Mid-Buckeye Battle Showdown tonight. Lucas and Crestline as the Cubbies going to 3-0 on the year. Our Dee Harris was at that game tonight. And what more can you say about Lucas?
Man, Lucas got it in tonight. They defined work hard, play hard. Man, this was a heck of a game to see them come out and do what they did.
All right, well, let's take a look at the highlights.
Oh, yeah, let's get into it.
See how they got it done.
All right, the Bulldogs came out. They came out very hot, and Caden Crunk dropped 2 big buckets for his team, including blazing 1 from 3. Now, we later on will go back and forth a bit, and the Cubs did make a push, and that resulted in them ending the first quarter up by 4, 16-20. The Crestline Bulldogs, they would bite back, but they seemed to step slow in quarter number 2, and they picked up a lot of unnecessary fouls and turnovers, and this led to Lucas besting them at halftime.
Oh, you got to get a hand on it.
Just leaving them wide open, man. Just letting them window shot. Now, Crestline, they would recover, but, I mean, Lucas just opened this thing all the way up. A well-balanced barrage of scoring, very gritty defense. And Riley Gossam, man, 14 points. This 14 points was a meaningful 14 points. I mean, he just would just keep the pressure on Crestline. Their defense couldn't do anything with him. I mean, Crestline tried to stop the bleeding, but resistance is futile in this effort. I mean, the Cubs fought. The Cubs just dominated Crestline at home, 46-68.
Yeah, that's impressive to see on the road, especially too from Lucas. What stood out to them?
What stood out to me for Lucas was Riley Gossam. However, it was more so how Crestline lost this game. They had a lot of ticky-tack fouls, many unforced turnovers. You had guys passing the ball 2 feet away, going over their head, going out of bounds. There was one point where Caden Crunk had a breakaway, a real good fast break. We thought he was going to score. He gets 2 feet away from the basket and basically tosses it off the bottom of the rim. It was just, it got really sloppy for them at the end. It was kind of disappointing to see because they came out, it was very competitive in the first half.
Yeah, it looked like a good crowd on hand tonight too.
Yes, and then it slowed down, and then it just like got to the point where Crestline never recovered from what was going on earlier in the game, and Lucas took advantage. Yeah,
Lucas with a nice 1-2 punch tonight too of Logan Nicewander and Gossam. Gossam with 20, Nicewander had 18. What did you see out of those two guys tonight that made them so dynamic?
The thing is, Crestline threw different looks at both of those guys. So they were putting different guys in. They tried putting bigger guys on Nicewander. Didn't work. I don't know why they would even try to put bigger guys on Gossam, but they tried it.
Yeah.
And he would just blow right past him. It was so many times he came right down the lane and went up for a layup. He suffered a lot of contact, but like I said before, Crestline was fouling a lot. And I don't know, they just never really got out of the gate when it came into the second half. And it was a little disappointing because it was just so entertaining in that first 5 to 10 minutes when it opened up.
Yeah. Lucas now 3-0 on the year in the Mid-Buckeye Conference. They might be, I think, the team to watch out for that could potentially win this. Obviously, Mansfield St. Peter's is in there too, but where do you see Lucas going this year if they continue to play like how they did tonight?
First of all, this team is very fun to watch. I'll put it this way. It wasn't pretty, but sometimes I say ugly offense can be covered up by very gritty defense. The defense they played tonight was very gritty. They came up with steals multiple times. I would say every other possession they got a steal and ran it back for a fast break. They may not have scored every time when they ran it back on that fast break, but they would wind up getting the ball right back. And as far as where they go, I think the sky's the limit for them if they continue to play like they did tonight. Yeah. They have to tighten up a few things. They turned over. They turned over the ball a few times too. But I mean, their coach, he clamped down on those mistakes, and when they came back out for the second half, I mean, it seems like they had more emphasis on getting closer shots because they didn't hit a lot of threes.
Right.
There was a lot of mid-range and shots right at the rim. So it seemed like there was a lot of emphasis on that. Like I said before, defense.
Nice.
And I said this last week, rebounds and turnovers are a very important part of a game, and they got almost every rebound tonight. You couldn't mess with these guys.
Yeah. Yeah, nice to say, too, when you have an ugly performance and you still win by 22 points. That bodes well for you. Dee, thanks again.
It's just
as
having
always.
fun out there. Thank you for
Absolutely.
having me.
No, not a problem. When we come back, we'll have highlights from the OCC Showdown, Mansfield Senior and Ashland. Jeff Allen, Tom Rivneck on the call that one. Stick around. We'll be right back after this.